Every booking matters, and with Quiktravel, agents have the power to do more. Introducing Quiktravel Shopping. Now you can shop, book and ticket all from one seamless platform. Powered by Edifact and NDC content across Sabre, Amadeus and Travelport, Quiktravel gives you access to NDC fares from over 20 leading airlines and more. Manage bookings with ease. After-sales tools are fully integrated. Improve your productivity and keep your sales growing with confidence. Quiktravel is constantly evolving, with new enhancements always on the horizon. Take control of the way you book and manage airfares with Quiktravel by Consolidated Travel. Sign up today.
Welcome everyone, and thank you for your time today. My name is Mark Pagnan, and I'm IT Manager at Consolidated Travel. Well, we're excited to introduce you to our new version of Quiktravel, featuring our shopping function, which we're releasing next week. So when you log into Quiktravel next week, things will look a little different. So today, we want to run through a few things so you have some idea of what to expect and how shopping can benefit you. Quiktravel shopping in a nutshell. Currently, you would search, price and book in the GDS and go into Quiktravel to retrieve your booking and action it. But now with shopping, you can do all that in Quiktravel. Quiktravel has now been enhanced to include all these functions: search, shop, book, cancel, issue, void, refund, reissue, seats, bags, meals and other ancillaries. The ones shown in blue are the new functions that we are introducing with the new shopping feature. So Quiktravel has now been fitted with 3 booking engines to cater for all agent GDSs. It allows you to shop and book for both Edifact and NDC fares in your own PCC and NDC fares in Consolidated Travel's PCC, regardless of the GDS, and you'll be able to see all the results on the one screen. And you'll also be notified about any NDC schedule changes and have the ability to manage NDC bookings in Quiktravel. So specifically with NDC, Quiktravel now offers access to NDC content for over 20 airlines, and with more to come. The 5 airlines shown in green are for the Consolidation Flow airlines. These are the ones you can already issue tickets for in Quiktravel for bookings you have in your own PCC, and this doesn't change. But now you'll be able to shop and book in your own PCC for the 5 green airlines, and in our PCC for all the 22 NDC airlines. And when you create a booking, you'll be able to book and hold, and book and ticket, which we'll release a little bit later, along with the ability to book seats, bags, meals, and etc. And you'll be advised of any NDC order change notifications. So what is the benefit of using Quiktravel? Well, you can search, book, and issue tickets all in the one system. You'll have easier access to more NDC airline fares. You can search and book Edifact and NDC fares in your own PCC, as well as NDC fares in our PCC for 22 airlines. And you can compare them all on the one screen, which gives you more choices, better prices, and leading to better sales. So with the introduction of shopping, we've made a few subtle changes to Quiktravel's design. This is the screen that you're currently familiar with. We've made a few cosmetic changes. You'll notice a darker blue colour and new icons, as well as some other changes that you'll see in the next few slides. The most notable addition is the Shopping tab, which contains all the booking engine functions. I'll go into more detail on this later in the demo. We have changed the Manage Bookings area around. You'll notice we now have tabs to separate the searches and some other new functions. Here we have a new unticketed bookings page to show you all the new bookings that you create during shopping and need to issue tickets for. We also have a new View Booking function in the Action menu, which retrieves the booking from the GDS and shows you details like in this next slide. You will see all the booking details here, as well as have access to some other handy functions such as adding bags and seats, which will be available a little later on. And you can also add passport details or frequent flyer numbers for passengers. So keep an eye out on this page, as it will introduce more functions in this area as we go. So going back to the Manage Bookings page, we've also added a new tab for scheduled changes, so you can keep track of any bookings that have had changes to the flight times. Please note that this only relates to bookings that you created in our Consolidated Travel PCC, not your own PCC. You'll still be able to see scheduled changes for bookings in your own PCC as you currently do via the GDS. So these represent the main changes, but there will be others that you'll discover yourselves, especially as time goes by. So let's give you a brief look at what the new shopping feature looks like.
Welcome to Quiktravel Shopping and Booking. Click on the Shopping tab to get started. You will see a number of options to enter your search details. There are 4 tabs where you can do a round trip, one-way, multi-city or 2 one-ways. A 2 one-way search provides independent outbound and inbound flights. Let's try entering some details for a round-trip search. Select your passengers, cabin class and fare source, where you can select GDS PCCs, and whether you want GDS or NDC fares. There are a few advanced options. You can enter a markup amount or rate to apply to the shown prices. Recent searches will be shown in the tab area below, along with any favorite searches you've saved and for any recent bookings you have made. Let's enter an origin destination and date to see some fares. Click Search. Quiktravel will collate fares from all PCCs that you have chosen and show them all in one list. Results are shown in order of cheapest first. Each result clearly indicates which GDS and PCC that the fare came from. Amadeus, Sabre, or Galileo or Travelport. Details of flight times and stops are shown for each fare amount, with some having more than one departure time options. Click on the Flight Details button to see more details about the flight. You can see the airport, flight numbers, flight duration, inclusions, etc. And you can click on the View Fare Rules link to see the fare rules for the flight. On the right you will see a number of filters to narrow down the results. You can filter on the number of stops, which also shows the minimum fare price for each option. You can select one airline using the Only button next to each airline. Or you can select all airlines to see them all again. A lot of information is shown. NDC fares are highlighted with a purple icon. Any private fares are also shown with icons. Notice that 3 prices are shown: published, agent and passenger, which includes the $50 markup we entered earlier. You can also choose to hide the agent price, which is handy when showing the screen to passengers. The agent price also shows the commission and/or fees included in the price. You can sort results with the Fare Sort link. You can research by changing the departure date 3 days ahead or behind. If you want to save your search, you can click on the star icon. Or you can modify your search by re-entering details and clicking Search again. You can also click on the Flight Upgrade button to see any options to upgrade flights. Alternative fares are shown side by side to allow for easy comparison of all included, excluded or paid features. Just click on the Select Fare button if you want to change to another fare. Or click on any Select button to pick the fare you want to book. You will be taken to the checkout screen. Flight details can still be seen here. And you can also click Change Flight to go back and select something else. The price summary shows details of your agent and passenger amounts. Click on the down arrow to expand the details. Click on Show Price Details to see a further breakdown, including individual tax amounts, commission, and markup. Click on Edit SPM to change or clear your markup if you need to. You can click on the Quote button at the top to show and print a quote for your passenger with all the details necessary. To create a booking, you need to enter all passenger details. Enter booking contact details, or use the same details from the passenger. Accept and acknowledge to proceed. And click Book Now to create the booking. And that's it. Your booking has been created and your PNR locator is shown at the top. Thank you for listening.
So there you have it. We hope you found that helpful. As we said, the new site will be available from next week. But before we finish, there's another important thing we wanted to cover. So what do you need to do to get access to shopping? There are 3 steps you need to follow. First, you'll need to log into the new Quiktravel site next week. Click on the Agency Settings link on the left navigation bar where you will see Register for Shopping button. Click on the Register button. There'll be a pop-up to confirm you want to proceed with the registration. And when you click the Register button, our sales team will be notified to process your request. They will set up your profile and permissions and send you an email within a day with instructions on what you need to do next. So what do you need to do next? Well, that is step 2. For Sabre agents who register for shopping in the month of November, we will request the credentials for you. For Amadeus agents, you'll need to reach out to your account manager and request an API login, and same for Sabre agents after November. Please CC our email address, shopping@quik.travel, so we can help keep track of requests for you. For Travelport agents, you'll be able to create your own API login via the new Credential Access Manager feature in My Travelport. Each GDS is different with their own requirements and process, but it's all detailed for you in the instructions provided by our sales team. Essentially, these credentials are needed so that Quiktravel can access your PCC to shop and book. Sabre and Amadeus will ask you to sign an agreement and then set up API login details. This can take 1 to 3 weeks for them to action, and then you should receive emails with a login username and password. Once you receive your API login details, you can log back into Quiktravel to enter the GDS details in. Under Agency Settings, you'll notice a new Shopping Setup button. Click that and you should see your PCC shown, or PCCs if you have multiple. Click on the Add Credentials button to enter the GDS login credentials. Click Test and Save, and Quiktravel will test out your credentials with the GDS. If all is good, your credentials will be saved, and then you'll be able to start shopping as soon as you next log into Quiktravel. As noted earlier, our sales team will provide you with more information after you register with the GDS. If all is good, your credentials will be saved, and then you'll be able to start shopping as soon as you next log into Quiktravel. As noted earlier, our sales team will provide you with more information after you register, so don't worry if you miss these steps. And you can also access these details in the Quiktravel online help or our website. So there you have it. I hope that gives you a better idea of how the shopping function works in Quiktravel and how you can access it. So just a final recap before we open up for some questions. The new site launches next week, where you can log in and register, receive our instructions, request an API login from the GDS, load them into Quiktravel, and then start shopping. Okay, thanks everyone for your time today. We hope that the new changes will help you, and we look forward to hearing from you what your feedback is. So we can have a look at some questions now. I've got Olivia with me as well from our national sales team. So you can submit your question from that Q&A button at the top of the Teams screen. We'll try to answer as many as we can. If we don't get to it today, we'll get back to you after the presentation with any answers we come up with, and if we run out of time. As we said, the webinar will be available to you. We'll send a link. We'll post it online so you guys can revisit. I'm sure there's a lot of stuff that's probably we raced through. There's quite a few details to go through there. But yeah, feel free to review it if you want to. Okay.
Thank you, Mark. We've got our first question in. It's a few questions actually. Will there be a fee charged to use this?
Yeah, good question. Consolidated Travel will not charge any travel agents to use the shopping feature. We've also been speaking with the GDSs and to ensure that the agents won't be charged at all, any setup fees or any ongoing fees or hit charges that are related to, generally that's related to the APIs. Using APIs generally incurs a charge, but travel agents will not see any charges for that. And we won't be charging.
Thank you. And will you be able to book seats for NDC fairs?
Yes, we will. The booking of seats and even bags is something that's going to be released soon. It's currently in testing, so that's not available from Monday, but it definitely will be something that's available going forward.
Can you hide agent price and just display the passenger prices?
Yes, absolutely. You may recall in that video we showed there's 3 prices that we were showing. The published price, the agent price, and passenger price. There is a button at the top where you can hide your prices, the agent prices, so it's only the passenger price. So you can just toggle that off and on to show passengers. You can show the passengers your screen and it'll only show the passenger's price.
Thank you. I did see some hands up. So if you can, because we don't have the voice open for everyone, please type in your question in the Q&A box and we'll go through them one by one. The next question is, I think we've answered this one. Do we have to pay for API credentials to our GDS? So I think you said that we've already confirmed with the GDSs. Correct. It's just redoing the contract, but there's no fees involved.
Yeah, so Amadeus and Sabre will get you to sign like an addendum contract, but there is no charges when doing that.
Okay, great. Can flights be held prior to ticketing or is it an instant purchase?
So these are, at the moment, we've got the book and hold function. So the P&L will be created and then well, you don't need to ticket immediately. You can hold on to that booking. Obviously, there's TTLs. So the TTL is shown in the fare results screen, so you can actually see that in the results, what date it is. But yeah, it's definitely designed to book and hold. We'll also, you can actually issue the ticket straight after if you want to. You can just go into action booking and just issue the ticket like you normally would. But we will be releasing a book and ticket function which sort of streamlines that process a little bit more. But that's something that will be released later on.
Thank you. Do agents have to activate NDC first because they haven't used NDC before?
So the booking engine will allow you to shop in your own PCC, whether or not you have NDC Airlines activated or not. It'll just pull up whatever content you can see in the GDS. If you don't have, and it's a case with probably a lot of agents that they don't have access to all the airlines, we will give you access to our pseudo. So when you do a search, you can choose our pseudo to shop in. And we've got the 22 airlines that we showed on the screen earlier. So you can pretty much find content, if it's available from the airlines, from our pseudo. And so you can shop on ours if you don't have airlines set up for NDC.
So for agents, if they haven't already registered themselves to say that they're interested in NDC for the 5 airlines that has the consolidation workflow, then they should actually register with us via Quiktravel, which is in the agency settings. So they should say that they are interested in NDC first. That's for the 5 consolidation model airlines. And then when we launch Quiktravel shopping, they can then use our PCC to look for the 18 plus NDC airlines, which is not yet on the consolidation workflow.
Yeah, true. So I think with the shopping that they can book Qantas SQ on your own PCCs, and it'll create the booking in your pseudo, no different to doing it in the GDS, and you can still issue those tickets for those bookings in Quiktravel.
Yep. Next question, does it mean that we have to register to use the website regardless of whether we wish to use the shopping function, or can we just continue as per usual?
Continue as per usual. So on Monday, you just access Quiktravel like you normally do. It'll look a little bit different. We've got the different colours and things, but it's the same login, same process, what you normally do. Obviously the shopping is the main feature, but that won't be available on Monday immediately because we need to set up the APIs and everything else first. But you can still do action booking and manage bookings and everything else. There's a few little improvements in those screens as well, so you'll notice those on Monday. But the workflow is pretty much all the same, so you can keep using it as you normally do.
But the suggestion would be, because there's no cost involved in registering for this, right? And like Mark has mentioned in the presentation, that some GDS can take up to 2 to 4 weeks. It will be suggested that you start the process so that it's already there. So at the moment, you might be saying that I'm not interested in NDC, or like not interested in the 18 airlines that's not yet available to me, but we continuing to add to that list. So it's always good to get that process happening so that the shopping feature is ready for you when you want it, because by the time that you want it and then you start the process, it will be at least a month before it might happen. So that's the suggestion there. So I'm still seeing some hands raised, so please put your questions in the Q&A box. We're working through the orders. Okay, so once a booking is made in the new shopping system, must it be paid for it straight away, or will there be a ticketing deadline? I think we touched on it briefly, but if you want to just reiterate that, please.
Yeah, so it's book and hold. You don't need to pay at that point of creating the booking. It's not like a B2C website. You don't need to collect payment. You can put the details in for payment and everything at the creation of the booking, but that's at that point of ticketing is when the payments are made.
Thank you. Next question. By putting the customer email address, will the tickets be emailed directly to the customer? And will the price or with the price, or can we remove the price when the email goes out to the customer?
So if you put the email address in the booking, is that what the question
In
was
the
about?
contact details, I think there's a
Yeah.
section where you put in the contact details. Is that what the system sort of uses to generate that, or there's still the option to not send that email out to the passenger?
So if you put the passenger's email address in the booking as a contact, they will get notified by airlines directly about like changes to the flights and things like that. I don't think there's any, there's no sending of prices or quotes or anything with that, with those contact details being put into the PNR.
So that section is no different to our agents putting in the mobile number or the email address in the PNR when they create that booking.
It's exactly the same as what they would normally do in the GDS. So whatever details you put in the PNR for the passenger, it's treated the exact same way as when they do it in Quiktravel.
Yep. And when they send that email off to the customer as a quote or as a booking, do they have the ability to remove the price?
So the quote function has the ability to show just the passenger price when they're quoting. So I'm not sure if there's no option to remove the price. It's just going to be a case of the quote will be created from the screen that you're looking at. Yep.
Okay. Will the API credentials need to be done by each individual agent, or can this be done just once through our admin login?
So each agent will you'll need API credentials for each pseudo. So for each PCC that you want to use shopping for, we'll need API credentials to access that pseudo.
Okay.
Does that answer the question?
Thank you.
I hope so.
Okay, next question. If we already have API credentials from any GDS, how would that work? And also, what happens in terms of segment counts? And if you have private negotiated fares, would that be still populated?
Well, there's a few questions there. Okay, so what was the first one?
The first one, if they already have API credentials from the GDS, how would that work?
Okay, so if they've got credentials already, we still need the credentials for Quiktravel to access the pseudo. We don't really want to be using, or I don't think you would want us to use other credentials. So we just need a new login credential for Quiktravel.
So it's a separate API that they are asking for the credentials.
It's the same API, but a different login, I guess.
Login, yeah. So credentials are different. Okay. What happens in terms of the segment rebates or segment counts?
Yeah. Yep. That's a good question. So the segment rebates, it's really no different to now. So if you create a booking on your pseudo, you'll be entitled to whatever segment rebates you're entitled to with the GDS. That doesn't change. If you create, obviously, with the shopping feature, you have the ability to create a booking on Consolidated Travels PCC. Those bookings will reside on our pseudo, so you won't be entitled to segment rebates on those ones.
Thank you. And if they have private negotiated fares, will that still populate?
Yeah, so if they've got private fares in their own pseudo, the search will bring those up. So they'll be able to see those in our search results. Yes.
Yep. And what are the support procedures?
Support procedures.
Like the after sales or any technical, I think. Yep.
Yeah. So like if there's issues that you're experiencing with Quiktravel, it's no different to pretty much other times. We have like a report error button that you can click on, and that will report the error to our team, and they'll look at the issue. We have our support team that you can reach out to as per our online help guides there. There's online help as well that you can refer to if you have problems or need to know something about how something works. And after sales, in terms of management, so with what we're providing, the main thing is going to be bookings that are created on Consolidated Travel PCC. You obviously won't have access to those in the GDS. So if you need to change anything, you can do that through Quiktravel. We do have features for you to add contact details, passport details. You can cancel bookings. Seats and bags will be coming later as well. So we'll have management functions within Quiktravel for you to manage those bookings that you obviously can't access from the GDS directly.
Thank you. We've got lots of questions coming, which is great. So continue to put them in the Q&A box. We're working through the list. Okay, so in our presentation, we show that the booking of the flights, but how would you hold prior to confirming the booking as a go-ahead or before it goes ahead?
So the confirmation of flight changes.
Like we can book the flight. So if I'm understanding it correctly, how would you hold it, but prior to confirming the booking?
So this works no different to how it works in the GDS. So I think because we use Sabre, so the booking, I think when there's a change, Sabre will automatically acknowledge. But we will definitely still send out messages to let you know that something's changed. Our staff are also involved in the process, and they'll be aware of the NDC schedule changes. So for any bookings that you have, so we'll be sending out an email to say, hey, something's changed with your booking, so you need to action it. Whether you do or not, you may not need to action it. You may just a good information to know. But in case where you need to change it, you may want to cancel the booking. If you need to change it, NDC is quite limited in what you can do, but you might need to just cancel the booking and redo it if you have to, if the time's not suitable.
Okay. The next question, there are a couple of agents asking the same question or similar questions. Will they be notified of schedule changes automatically, or do they have to check through the tab regularly? And then I think there is a similar questions about the queues, the airline queues appearing. That's normally what they would clear the queue in the GDS. So how would they manage that?
Okay. So the notification, yes, we do show it in Quiktravel in that tab that we showed earlier on in the presentation. So there is a screen where you can just go and see what the changes were for all your bookings, but that's not the only place. We will definitely email, so we'll send an email to you to say that, hey, this booking has changed. And we'll also send you details of what that change is, what the current booking is. And there's also a pop-up that'll appear in Quiktravel to say, hey, there's a change here with your booking. So there's a few areas where you'll be alerted to any changes.
And is it correct to say that there's no difference in how they're managing their own the bookings that's made in their own studio at the moment, right? So even if it's done under Quiktravel Shopping, that's under their PCC, there's no difference to how they're managing the queues at the moment. It is only those ones that's made on the Consolidated Travel PCC, which are the NDC airlines, that the flow will be different, where they will be notified.
Absolutely. So yes, that's really important to remember this, that it's only the bookings that are created on the Consolidated Travel PCC that we will notify you about, because there's no other way for you to know. You'll still, if you create a booking with the shopping tool in your own PCC, you'll still get notified by the GDS like you normally do with queues in your GDS as per normal. That does not change.
Thank you. I think this is sort of following on from the previous question about the booking. So when booking, after booking and you go to retrieve it, can they go and retrieve and action the booking like how they were doing prior to the shopping function?
Yeah. So any booking that's created with a shopping tool, they can go into action booking and retrieve that PNR and action it as per normal. No different to what they've always been doing. Yep, it's exactly the same process.
Great. I've got a question about the, will we be creating a shopping function API so that they can integrate it into their website?
Yeah, I saw that one. Yeah, that's a good question. Not at the moment. Definitely something on our radar down the track, but at the moment you can only access shopping function via the Quiktravel website. Yeah, that's putting it on your own website is not something that we can do right now.
I've got a question here. Do we manage the booking through Quiktravel or GDS? So I think that goes back to what we were saying before, depending on whether it's booked on the agent's PCC versus if it's booked on the CTG PCC, correct?
Correct. Yep. So on our pseudo, we're allowing you to just create NDC bookings. Those ones you'll need to manage from Quiktravel. Any other bookings on your own pseudo, Edifact or NDC on your own pseudo, you can manage those via the GDS as you do normally.
Thank you. We mentioned that there is a TTL that would have been advised at the time of booking. What about airlines that auto cancel deadlines, which can sometimes overrule the TTLs?
Yeah, that's a good question. I'm not really sure, to be honest. But like I think we'll still get notified of those. So we will still, yeah, that will still drop into our GDS queue. So if that happens, anything that we have in our GDS queue, it automatically gets sent to the travel agents. So yes, we will definitely notify you. Yeah, if that happens, but yeah, if it's something that if it's a booking on your own pseudo, we won't be notifying you about those ones, but you'll definitely know about it from your GDS.
So I think what we're saying is that with quick travel shopping, it is basically allowing them to see both what they would normally see from their own pseudo in the GDS, and together with what we are offering in terms of NDC, additional NDC content on the one screen, so that they can compare and see if they're getting a cheaper fare or a better option for the passenger, so that they can then create the booking using the quick travel shopping platform.
That's right. So we are just consolidating or aggregating all the content from your pseudo, our pseudo. Look, the main point here is that we know it can be challenging with NDC. So and even just signing up to get NDC content can be well, there's a few hurdles to jump. So we've just run the 100-meter sprint and done all the hurdles. And so we've set up the 22 airlines so that everyone can access that content. So just to make it a little bit easier.
Thank you. How about if passenger want to change the ticket, and can they change it in the GDS, or do they have to contact us? So say, for example, I think previously this agent had issue with the NDC booking where the passenger wanted to split the booking for, for one of the passengers to change the flight. So how can they do that moving forward?
Okay, split booking is...
Or if they want to change the booking, is this something that they can do on Quick Travel?
So, okay, so is it booking or ticket? Because it's two different things. But for booking, there's very limited functionality with an NDC booking. So we can offer, obviously, the option to cancel or add the passport details and that kind of thing. We will probably introduce more features for management functions of bookings. The ticketing side is still the same as what we have at the moment with reissues and reshop. That doesn't change. So you can still do that in Quiktravel. The split booking function is definitely coming. That's in the pipeline. So we will be introducing a split booking function. It's a little bit out of context of this presentation, but just, a bit of a scoop there that split booking's coming.
Thank you. I've got another question. Are we expecting to have hotels to become available through Quiktravel?
Oh, we need to release this first for airfares. It's never say never. It's definitely something that we'll definitely consider. It's not out of the question. So, I mean, this is obviously the first iteration for us for shopping. We're going to try and introduce as many features as we can for the air side of things, and we want to make sure that we get that right for agents, so that it becomes useful before jumping into the next venture. And look, hotels, land content is definitely something that we can look at down the road. Yep.
Thank you. I think that's all the questions I have, unless anyone's still typing. I think we've had some really good questions, and hopefully this presentation has helped everyone to get a glimpse of what's coming. So come Monday, please jump on to Quiktravel and start the registration process, just, especially I think for which was the GDS that would allow us to do it as a bulk submission or something like that.
Okay, so Sabre agents, we will try and send. If you just need to register, that's the most important thing on Monday. If there's anything you need to do, just hit that register button. That'll kick the process off, right? So you'll get all the information once you hit that button. Not everyone probably wants shopping, so we just want to know the people that do want it. Will definitely help you out as quickly as we can. Yeah, so hit that register button. With Sabre, we will, as soon as you register, we have an agreement with Sabre that we will send a list of all agents that register. So to start off that process of setting API login credentials for you. So we're just trying to make this as easy as possible for you. We've put a time limit of November, so I think it's obviously a bit of a manual load on Sabre to do that. So they've just agreed to do it for a month for us. So the sooner the better for you. As soon as you register, the better. With Travelport, I'm not sure if many people know, but there's a new feature now called Credential Access Manager that's available in the My Travelport portal. So if you log into that, and if you've got admin rights, there's an option for you to actually create your own credentials, which is quite unique and quite new, which is fantastic that the Travelport's released that. You should be able to get credentials quite quickly. I would say like within a day at the quickest. So register and then sign up for those credentials. You'll get the instructions on what to do with screens, shots, and everything, so you know exactly what you need to do that. So registration is the key for Monday.
Thank you, Mark.
Okay.
I think no more questions.
I think there's quite a lot of questions. Good to see. And yeah, look, thanks Olivia for reading those questions out. And thanks everybody. Thank you for your attention, and we'll definitely let you know about the links to this webinar. And good luck on Monday. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
See you later.